Laughter cut across the dinner table like blades. Forks tapped, glasses clinked, but the only sound that reached me was my sister's voice, sharp, smug, and meant to wound. "So, what's it like being the most useless one here?" she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. And they all laughed. My parents, my cousins, even my brother, who once begged me to cover his rent. Every single one of them. Except me. I smiled instead, slow, deliberate. Then I leaned back and replied, "How does it feel knowing this useless one won't be paying your bills anymore?" The silence that followed was better than applause. It hadn't always been like this. I used to think family meant loyalty, support, lifting one another up. When I landed my first good job, I paid off my parents' mortgage. When my sister buried herself in credit card debt, I cleared it. When my brother nearly lost his home, I covered months of rent without hesitation. I worked overtime, skipped vacations, sacrificed comforts because I thought it mattered. But the more I gave, the less I was valued. What started as kindness became obligation. What was once generosity became expected. At some point, I wasn't family anymore. I was just their wallet, their safety net. A toll. A fool. Looking back, the signs were always there. The whispered jokes when they thought I wasn't listening. The patronizing compliments. Not the smartest, but dependable. My sister's constant look of superiority. Still, that dinner made it undeniable. Her sneer wasn't just cruelty, it was honesty. That's how they all saw me. Worthless, except for my money. And in that moment, I made a choice. I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't defend myself. I let them learn what it felt like to live without me. Revenge doesn't always mean burning bridges. Sometimes it just means walking away. Step 1. I cut off the money. Every automatic payment I had set up, utilities, loans, tuition, gone. Step 2. I emptied the family emergency fund they leached from and transferred it to my own account. Step 3. I severed the strings. I'd co-sign my sister's car lease. I called the lender and withdrew my responsibility. No warnings. No announcements. Just silence. And I waited. The fallout came quickly. My brother called, panicked. His rent overdue. His lights shut off. My mother asked why the mortgage wasn't paid. My sister screamed when the bank took her car from the driveway. I listened, nodded, and gave the same calm response each time. "I'm sure you'll figure it out." At first, they thought I was bluffing. Then it sank in. The ATM they ridiculed had closed. 2 months later, we sat at another dinner. Fewer people this time. Shame had whittled the gathering down. My sister looked hollow-worn. My father's voice was weak. My mother's hands trembled, pouring water. Finally, my sister broke. "Why are you doing this?" "We're family." I leaned forward, steady and unshaken. Family doesn't laugh while tearing you down. Family doesn't use you until there's nothing left. You wanted to call me useless? Fine. Now see how useless you are without me. The silence that followed was heavier than anything I'd ever heard. No shouting. No slammed doors. No plates shattered against the wall. Just the crushing weight of truth pressing down heavier than any outburst could. Do I regret it? Not for a second. I gave them years they'll never understand, of loyalty, of sacrifice, of quiet devotion. I traded my own dreams for their comfort, my sleep for their stability, my joy for their survival. Vacations I never took, opportunities one turned down, nights I worked until dawn, all of it for them. And for what? To be the punchline at a dinner table. To be reduced to a joke they could laugh at without a flicker of shame. But now they finally understand. They thought money made me their servant. They mistook my silence for weakness, for submission. What they never realized is that silence can be sharp. It can be honed into a blade sharper than words, deadlier than rage. And I learned how to cut without raising my voice, how to wound without lifting a hand. They call me cold now. They whisper vindictive, cruel, heartless. But I call it balance. Because the moment my sister sneered, the moment their laughter filled the room, they signed their own contract. Every chuckle was an agreement. Every smirk was ink on the page. I didn't write their downfall, they did. All I did was hold them to the terms they set. The best revenge isn't fire or fury. It isn't watching them bleed. The best revenge is freedom, giving them exactly what they claimed they wanted. The freedom to live as though I was useless, to survive without the one they dismissed. And as I walked away from that dinner, the laughter still echoing faintly behind me, I heard only the rhythm of my own footsteps. No begging. No apologies. Just me finally unbound. For the first time in years, I felt lighter. They wanted me useless. So I gave them their wish.